Okay, here we go. New episode of Nizi Project. So we've got Tomoya's group, and who was it? Oh goodness, it's such a long gap in between episodes, right? I think we got a little, like A2K was 2 a week, right? You didn't even have to wait a week for the next episode to come out. This feels like it's so long, right? Like waiting from one Friday to the next Friday. Oh my goodness. But how many are there going to be left? Will this be done by the end of the year? Probably, right? Maybe through December, at least like part way. But it's a long gap. I have to kind of like remind myself of the stuff that happened on the last episode. But I know we have the other two teams facing off in this part here.
今日のミッションは
チームパフォーマンスです。さあではバトルを始めましょう。歌もダンスも驚くほど発展でした。3人が完全に一人のように見えました。わあ、感情を見つけるのが難しいです。勝ちチームを発表します。マグネーズのパフォーマンスは本当にうまかったでした。でも、レインズボイスのパフォーマンスがあまりにも驚きましたから、勝つチームはレインボイスです。
No, I totally thought that 17 was a JYP group. I don't know why, but I totally didn't even snap that wasn't even like a JYPE group. It seems like it could be one.
緊張しないで、自信持って今までやってきたことやれば大丈夫。
ファイティー。
OK。
大丈夫。調子を見る。
調子を見る。
大丈夫。
次の2チーム、ステージにどうぞ。
僕らのチームワーク楽しんでいる部分全部 J.I. パークさんに見せれたらいいなと思います。
3人でエナジーを高めて舞台で発散できるように頑張っていきたいと思ってます。
Everybody's positive, but these are like overwhelmingly positive groups, right? I mean, it's Tomoya and Ken.
しっかりと友也チームに勝ってみんないい順位が取れるように頑張ってやっていきたいです。
3人ともいい評価をもらいたいので自信あります。
2つ目のバトルは歌とダンスのバトルだと思います。
Okay.
ケン君のチームの歌と感情表現と友也チームの華やかなパフォーマンスです。
Okay, yeah, I get it.
ケン君前回のステージでビルの逆襲を見せたけど、その後どうでしたか？
そういった評価をもらえたことはすごく嬉しかったんですけど、逆に次のミッションでもっといい姿を見せないといけないっていうプレッシャーもあって不安な気持ちがたくさんあったんですけど、こうやってこのメンバーたちと今日のこの舞台まで頑張って一生懸命練習してきたので、今日はいい評価をもらえるんじゃないかなと思っています。
ション君、
はい、
勝つ自信がありますか？
あります。
あ、そうですか。どうしてですか？
これまでにない努力をしてきて、そしてこの頼れる2人なら必ずこのチームでキューブをゲットできるって確信してます。
There seems to be a contrast in confidence levels, right? I mean, they're both confident, but
さあ、やってみましょ
う。はい、お願いします。
Okay. What are they gonna do?
見てても緊張します。
緊張してきたこっちよ。
さあ、チーム紹介してください。
甘酸っぱいフェイスと甘い歌声、レッド K、 優しい心が世界を救うホワイト、セイセイ。
爽やかな風に乗せて爽やかな風に乗せて笑顔と歌声を届けるグリーン
そうちゃん僕たち三色団子ヒーローズですよろしくお願いします
Nice. That was fun.
チーム初回のシンクロ感は素晴らしかったです。
Yep.
ありがとうございます。
ケン君、一番大変だったことは何でしたか？
一番大変だったことはやっぱりこの曲は歌詞をどれだけ聴いてる人にうまく伝えられるかがキーポイントなので、僕たちはどうやったらいい感情表現を悩んでいてすごく難しかったんですけど、
このパフォーマンスに一番期待していることは、見る人の心を奪うことができる表現力です。歌とダンスを通して優れた演技力を見せてほしいです。
해볼까?
네. 이 노래를 듣고 돌아와.
다시 잠깐만 죄송해요. 그냥 한번 듣고 지나가려고 그랬는데 안 되겠네요.
이 노래를 듣고 돌아와.
죄송해요. 한 번만 더 할게요. 그 앞에 인트로가 정말 중요하잖아. 그거 한마디가 이미 모든 걸 다 얘기해준다 그랬잖아. 그치?
듣고 돌아와줘. 노래 듣고 돌아와줘.
지금 니네들이 어떤 감정으로 이 노래를 부르고 있는지를 전혀 알 수가 없어. 뭔지 하나도 모르겠거든? 그런데 심지어 불안하기까지 해. 뭐 음역대도 많이 차지하는 노래가 아니고 엄청난 뭐가 필요한 게 아니잖아. 그래서 이런 노래들이 훨씬 어려워. 감정을 해결 못하면 무대에서 아무것도 못 보여주거든. 무대에서 아무것도 못 보여주거든. 참 문제다 이거. 아주 큰 문제다.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like it's a good song in that it's definitely accessible for the group, right? I mean, Soda is one of the strongest vocalists, right? And the other, I mean, Ken and Seita, they can also sing. They've improved a great deal. So it's not as if, you know, there's anything technically lacking for what this song is, but now it becomes a matter of expressing, you know, like trying to get somebody to really sort of lock into what it is that you're trying to express, right? And so it's all about the delivery. It's all about the approach to how you actually perform it.
やっぱりそういう感情表現とか今の一番の大きい課題だと思うので、
結構混乱する部分がたくさんあったんですけど、実は本当は一番大変でした。
ゴールがここにあんねんな。下がったんや。結構これをこうなったやん。この状態をこう肩だけこう下げる練習してる。
Now Soda is a trainee also, you know.
ふいってなってんの。ふいって。これを
So he should.
今こうなってるから。
リーダーとしてやれることが結構ありまして。正直そのくじを引いてそういう人が次は僕の対戦相手っていうことになって。実は智也といえば弱点がないような。ずっと僕は智也にいろんなことを教わったり、智也にコーチングいろいろとさせてもらったので。 何かを話す時も主体的に自分からこうやってこうしようとかまとめるんじゃなくて人目を気にしちゃう癖があって。
Yeah, actually, it's a big jump for Ken.
その僕がリーダーの役目をまだしっかりと果たせていないので、少しずつでもいいのでなんかリーダーとしての役目をしっかりと果たしてチームの役になれるようにしたいです。
Little by little.
はい。
正座
正座
してください。
何ですか？すいません。
はい。なんで遅刻したのですか？
僕はメンバーのためにちょっと準備していたものがあって。
何ですか？
ちょっと待って。
何それ？
何それ？じゃあこれまずセータから。
ハートがある。
待ってね。何それ？これ次そうだ。そうだ。
お前間違えた。
そうだ。
わあ綺麗。すごい。セーターって書いてあるよ。セーターって書いてあるよ。
ちゃんとみんな名前付きです。
すごい。
Oh.
これは俺がそのみんなにその感謝してることとか、あとこれからも頑張っていこうっていう気持ちでそのプレゼントと手紙を準備しました。リーダーとしてはまずそのボーカルだったりダンスでは僕がそうやってみんなに言える立場ではないので、全体が心一つになってチームワークがよりもっと高まるんじゃないかなと思って。
かわいい。
It's like the ones they give away at some of the concerts. Of course, they'll have the group member names on it.
やっぱり3人で同じものを一つ持ってるっていうのは仲が深まったりすると思うので、すごい良かったなと思います。
これでも練習するときはもうこれでやって。
OK。
チェンチェン。せーの。
ファイヤー。ありがとう。頑張ろう。ファイティング。頑張ろう。
It's tough for Ken because yeah, he's in a group when he's leading, and there's actually a trainee, an experienced trainee in the group.
歌っていうよりもこれをセリフを言ってみたら感情がどんどん入ってくると思うから。
したら어떻게 나 뒤늦게 이제와 널 보낸 걸 후회하고 있잖아.
なんか「おっとけな」の時にもうちょっと嘘だねでかい目をもう思いっきりなんか虎みたいな感じで
虎
バーって
어떻게 나
レッスン中に感情表現がまだできていないっていうフィードバックをたくさんもらったので、どうしたらもっと良くなるんだろうって考えた時に、僕たちが歌うパートで演技をすることでこういう感情で言えばいいんだっていうのがはっきりと分かってくるのではないのかなと思って演技をすることを提案しました。
미안해.
Ah.
그리고 사랑해. 오케이. 오케이. 이거. 좋았다.
Interesting. Interesting. Of course, if you can express it and convey it with the mask on, then you know you can pretty much always do it. I mean, that's very difficult. All you have is your eyes.
表現、感情、こういったところが一番見どころなんじゃないかなと思います。
僕たちが表現したいものが全部表現できて、舞台を楽しそうにやっていてチームワークが良かったっていうフィードバックがもらえたら、僕は一番幸せかなって思います。
Okay. It's an interesting approach. I mean, they definitely know it's the expression that they have to kind of invest in.
さあ、やってみましょ
う。はい、お願いします。
So taking like that approach of okay, we're gonna practice this as if we're acting it. It's interesting. We'll see what kind of results that produces, right?
이 노래 듣고 돌아와 이 노래 듣고 돌아와
Interesting intro.
있을 때 몰랐어 떠나고서도 몰랐어 하지만 시간이 지난 후에야 깨닫게 되었어 누구를 만나도 계속 네 생각이 나서 점점 두려워졌어 널 보낸 게 잘못한 일 같아서 어떻게 나 뒤늦게 이제 와 널 보낸 걸 후회하고 있잖아 너를 울려놓고 다시 돌려 세울 자신이 없어 하지마 Give me one more chance 이 노래 듣고 돌아와 돌아와줘 노래 듣고 돌아와 돌아와줘 노래 듣고 돌아와 돌아와줘 어디에 있든 누구와 있든 잘못했으니 돌아와 돌아와줘 왜 하니까 돌아와 돌아와줘 노래 듣고 돌아와 돌아와줘 어디에 있든 누구와 있든지 어디까지 갔니 이미 맘이 돌아섰니 나 때문에 다친 가슴이 딱딱하게 다 굳었니 어떻게나 뒤늦게 이제 봐널 보낸 걸 후회하고 있잖아 너를 올려놓고 다시 돌려 세울 자신이 없어 하지만 Give me one more chance 이 노래 듣고 돌아와 돌아와줘 이 노래 듣고 돌아와 돌아와줘 이 노래 듣고 돌아와 돌아와줘 어디에 있든 누구와 있든지 내게 돌아와 내게 너 하나라는 걸 알고 있잖아 처음부터 거 알아 맞아 네가 날 쏟아자마자 그리움이 자라 감정이 차올라 이제 난 하나밖에 몰라 그냥 넌왜 이 말을 못했는지 몰라 미안해 그리고 사랑해 그리고 사랑해 이 노래 듣고 돌아와 가까이 노래 듣고 돌아와 이 노래 듣고 돌아와 이 노래 듣고 돌아와 어디에 있든 누구와 있든 잘못했으니 돌아와 돌아와줘 왜 하니까 돌아와 돌아와줘 노래 듣고 돌아와 어디에 있든 누구와 있든지
That synchronization was definitely on point. It was very, very sharp, man. And Ken's vocal, really awesome. Like, I mean, really good. I think it was one of the strongest, you know, like maybe the strongest out of the three. And that's incredible. It was very stable. This is an interesting song too, because it has such a great introduction and like a build up, right? And now I understand why that vocal trainer was saying that specifically, like that one phrase, because it's repeated very deliberately twice, right? Like 2 times in the song before the whole build up is finished and the, you know, mix kicks in like the way it is for the actual song. But there's a great concise, you know, structure to all the melody lines, right? The harmonies between the two, like when you had 2 voices going in the backing vocals for that hook, that da 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 da, that arpeggios going on, it was so clean. It was really nice, man. And then those descending lines, da 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 da, and like it's so concise the way every single melody line is written, and so that it, you know, that now it makes sense. Like, that's why you have to kind of sell this through that acting and through the expression. Like, it's very straightforward. So that idea of honesty, right? Like an honest, without any pretension or pretending, right? Like, you can't do that. You can't do it with this song at all, because it's gonna fall flat if you do. So everything has to be delivered very honestly, and you can't hold back really. And I did pick up on individual vibes, right, from Sodai and Seita and Ken. Like, they all had their own flavor in there, right? Like their own style. Sodai towards the end did a little variance on the lines, added a little bit of sort of improvised emotion, led up to that high note, which was very well done. Again, concise though. It's like, even dynamically, it's not trying to reach for anything crazy. It's all fairly within a solid range. So it matters the way that you create the contrast with the vocals, but then also with the expression. That's what's important. It's like, you have to show the strong part, right? You have to lead somebody there and show them what it's like, when everything sort of has more weight to it. It's really interesting, but they did a good job, man. They sounded incredible. The choreography was fun too. Their synchronization was so good.
いろんな面で期待以上舞台でした。期待以上舞台でした。
ありがとうございます。
일단 저는 춤은 별로 기대를 안 했어요. 그냥 정말 노래를 호소력 있게 잘 불러주길 바랬어요. 왜냐하면 이 곡이 멜로디가 발라드 같은 멜로디이기 때문에 그렇게 하체를 많이 움직이면서 호소력 있게 부르기가 어려워요. 특히 지금 이제 프로 가수가 아니다 보니까 춤을 좀 희생하더라도 노래를 호소력 있게 해주길 바랬는데, 노래를 정말 호소력 있게 하면서 춤까지 거의 싱크로감이 아주 뛰어나게, 기대도 안 했던 춤까지 좋았어요.
ありがとうございました。
メンバー同士の統一性が練習量です。皆さんの統一性は最高のレベルでした。最高のレベルでした。
ありがとうございます。
最高出ちゃったか。
練習量が感じられるパフォーマンスでした。
ありがとうございます。
ケン君とセイタ君は歌が期待以上でした。単純にメロディーをうまく歌うだけでなく、その奥に感情を入れて歌うことが印象的でした。
ありがとうございます。
켄 군은 본인이 얼마큼 성장할 수 있을 것 같아요?
正直自分で言うのもあれなんですけど、僕がミッション前とかによく東京合宿の頃の自分の動画をたまに見るんですけど、その時に本当に自分がなんか踊りをしてんのか歌をしてんのかよくわかんない 状態のレベルだったので、なんか自分ってもっとこうやって変われたから、もっと一生懸命に練習をしてやったら、もっと自分が想像している以上に伸びるんじゃないかなと思っています。
私もどんどん信じるようになってきました。
ありがとうございます。
義理の逆襲はまだまだ続きます。
I was gonna say, when you, cause Seita was also a trainee, right? What would they? So he had 2, right? But the thing is, sometimes when you kind of, it's your entry, it's your first time, and you don't have like the experience, right, that the others have. But you also don't have any bad habits, and you also don't have any real inhibitions because you don't know one way or another. You kind of just know where you're at and where you're trying to get to. So it makes sense, right? And he listens and applies everything that the trainers offer, and then puts that into his practice, and it will make for these results, these strong positive results in the performance. It makes sense. It makes more sense than not.
오, 完璧な評価。
でも一つだけ残念なところがありました。
Demo, it's always.
노래 이 퍼포먼스 끝부분에 소다이군이 한번 노래로 확실하게 뭔가를 보여주길 바랬는데 마지막에 이렇게 노래를 폭발시키지 못한 그거 딱 하나가 너무 아쉬웠어요.
That high note, that last one, I picked up on the color change as far as the tone and the pitch.
마지막 부분에 약간 자신 있게 노래를 못 부른 것 같은데 혹시 왜 그랬어요?
僕が裏返ってでも思いっきり感情を込めて歌わないといけなかったんですけど、なんか僕が裏返ってしまったら今までのチームの全てなくなってしまうと思って、で少し抑えめに歌ってしまったのが原因だと思います。
표현력은 많이 좋아졌어요. 예, 정말 많이 좋아졌기 때문에 이 다음 무대에서는 좀 마음껏 노래 실력을 좀 한번 보여줬으면 좋겠어요.
はい。
その理外は驚くほど舞台でした。
So, because this all has to do with the song structure itself. It has such a deliberate and measured beginning. Then it starts to build up and sort of gives you that pulsing rhythm. It really does have like a boom, 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 and most of the verses, right? And I think even the rap verses, right? There's sort of that rap section, and then you have this very, very like obvious peak of the song. It's almost like all the song up until then just kind of serves that one moment, right? For that, it's 2 phrases. You have the first half of the phrase, and the second half of the phrase is when there's a little bit of variation on the melody line, and so you get one pairing like that, and then you get another pairing like that, and that second part is where that high note comes, and the song is like a roadmap to get to that point. So it all has to do with the song structure, and I don't think that Soda did a bad job. I thought it was good. I I thought it sounded good, but I do understand what JYP is looking for, like, you know, to understand that that's the point of the song's structure, that it's leading the listener and the audience to that high peak of the song. So when it, you know, kind of be measured and be deliberate on your way there, right? But once you get there, just let go, right? Just completely empty everything into it. That's kind of what he's getting at. It's a very, very specific thing to this particular song, but it was not bad
お疲れ様でし
at
た
all.
ありがとうございました。
次のチーム大丈夫か
すごい褒められちゃってる。
いけるいけるいける。手やす手やすや。大丈夫大丈夫。信じる信じる大丈夫。
All right,
次のチーム
here we go. Team Tomoya. Of course, I expect them to do well. I really hope Taiga has a good performance. I think that's just something that he needs. He needs to have like one stage where they just totally knock it out of the park, because his confidence will
チーム紹介して
skyrocket.
ください。
セクシーなダンスでみんなを魅了するセクシーランドのプリンストモヤ。ジャイアントカワベイビージャイアントベイビープリンスタイガあエナジーあエナジーエナジーあふれるプリンスショーン。僕たち3人合わせて世界三大プリンスです。
完璧や。
皆さんが歌う曲はワナワンのエナージェティックです。エナージェティックです。
友也のチームに僕が期待していることは K-POP の典型的な速くて正確シンクロ感があるパフォーマンスです。
This is a new
その
one
た
to
めに
me.
はメンバー同士すべての振り付けを一つ一つ合わせるかが本当に大事ですけど、そんな時間と努力をかけたおかが気になります。
Wow. So, because the group and the song is new to me.
やりたい
I'm not familiar with this.
はい。今11やん。で何やって8やってやん。俺は上がってほしいねんなもったら。問題点があるわけやん一人一人。それを直すためは俺は規模なの練習してルーティンを作った方がいいかなと思って、それを俺は決めたいなって思って。
Nice.
そういうの
Okay.
をやろう。
Yeah.
もっと伸ばさないか。そう。基礎ができてたらどんな曲でもできると思うし、いい舞台作るためでもあるし、これやりました。面白いやろ？
すごい。
Okay.
やるべきやわこれは。
大事。
初心に戻ってまた一から基礎をやるっていうのはすごい自分の役に立ってるなって思ってるので、
何が足りないかなっていうのも明確になりつつあるし、毎日充実した一日過ごせてるなって思います。
こんな感じです。バイバイ。
ね、僕か。
ね。
날 멈출 순 없어. You make me feel so high. I'm so crazy. I'm feeling so energetic.
Whoa. Wow. Intimidating. No wonder.
거기도 맞춰야 되더라. 뚠뚠 여기 있지 여기. 딴딴. 이게 누가 한 명 빨랐거든. 거기 박자 좀 잘 맞추고. 해봐. 5, 6, 7, 8. 우, 따따. 빨라. 빨라. 우 이렇게. 따라. 따. 여기서 빨라.
아, 네.
애들이랑 속도 맞춰서 천천히 가다가 가. 네 거 가. 다시 해봐. 가.
여기가 계속 밀려요, 선생님. 리듬이. 제가 나오면서 자꾸 밀리는 것 같아요.
I don't know why.
또 늦었어. 사. 다시 해.
감사합니다.
야, 니네들 이러면 안 돼.
誰か一人でも合わないとチーム全体がこう合ってないように見えて、一つの動きとして合わせるのがすごく難しかったので、
그런 거 좀 다 맞춰놓고.
I don't know why.
このままやってって舞台に立てるかなっていう不安はありました。
어려운 거 쌤도 알아. 근데 이게 시간이 걸려도 너네가 계속 이렇게 좀 이렇게 잘 하게 이쁘게 만들어 가야 돼. 그러니까 좀 노력하라 이 말이지.
3人でチームワークを感じました。とても
揃えるのもすごい揃ってたし、こう自分たちの足りない部分をしっかりやってるイメージが強かったので、やばいなっていうのは焦りっていうのも感じました。
今でも振り返ったらなんか
괜찮아?
이건 마지막.
응, 이렇게.
実際追いつけてなかったのかな。
이렇게 하면 안 돼.
네. 僕のためにこう時間を割いてくれて、
リーダーの智也くんとか大河くんにもやっぱり迷惑かけたなって思ってます。本当に申し訳ない。
ごめん。もう一回。
One thing I know, right, that I can just out of fundamental like practice experience, when it comes to timing, you know, there's full speed, which is what they have to do for the song. But if you want to really get that sharp and precise, when you go back to the practice room, you got to slow it down, right? You slow it down and make sure the timing is there, everybody's in sync, and then you go a little bit faster, and then you go a little bit faster, and then you go a little bit faster, and it just works. It's just like, you know, when you slow it down, you give your mind time to process the different movements and where they occur in the actual rhythm of the song. It's difficult when you're moving around and you can't see the other person, and you know, like there's certain times when you have to be facing away or you have to be facing straight forward, and so you can't like actually track it, right? And like, because it doesn't look right, it looks weird, right? But what you have to do is go back, first know the exact movements, and then slow down your pace, and okay, get it right. Oh, okay, that was perfectly in sync. Okay, now let's bump up BPMs by 5. Okay, perfectly on pace there. Okay, now let's go 5 higher. Okay, and then till you get to full speed, the actual tempo of the song. And it's just it's like a muscle memory kind of thing, right? You need to build it. You got to map it all out between those connections between your brain and your body. And if everybody does that work to plot it out specifically, right, and build up the speed, then it's going to be there. It's going to be there every time.
時間早いよな。
まだ全然できてない部分多いから大丈夫なのかなっていう状態。
今頑張ってるんやけど毎日絶対いけるって思いながら負けずに練習してきて、だからこそ最後も負けずにデビューしたいから、最後って思ってやってるかな。
気持ちはまあ俺もショーンと一緒、ラスト
ラストチャンス、最後じゃないかもしれんけど本当に
気持ちはね、
気持ちがそれぐらいあるっていうことかな。
欠けてるものがあるっていうか、
今日必死についていくんよ。
俺らはまあ3人とも絶対にここでデビューするっていうこう目標があるけん、後悔残らんように頑張る。俺は毎日を一日一日大切にして頑張るっていうのが目標かもしれない。ってやったら多分結果ついてくるけん、信じてそのまま頑張っていこうって感じで。そうやね、前も勝ちたい。頑張ろう。よ本気ね。じゃあシャワーするって思ってワクワクしてきた。
えい
足が伸びとうからこうなるかな。これパーシセワンツースリーこれもこうやなくてこう来たらタタタパーフーハーフーって感じ。もう一回
Yep.
ともやくんは常にこう同じ立場で同じ目線で考えてくれてる気がして、
リーダーが智也なのでよかったなって思ってて、それに応えようとショーンも僕も歯を食いしばって頑張りたいと思います。
じゃあ終わった。もう一回やる。もう一回やる。
今日はもう
大丈夫大丈夫。
死んでしまう。
きつかった。頑張るぞって感じで毎日を大切にして頑張ったので。
Yeah. Beast mode.
もうちょっと綺麗に。
Should look like you're training for a
個人ミッションよりも
UFC
成長
fight
し
or
た姿
something.
を3人とも見せて、絶対に勝って3人ともキューブもらえたらいいなって思います。2人のことを信じて、僕も自分自身信じて
1万%の自信でいきます。
You know what I wonder sometimes, because like when they practice, they kind of get to wear just whatever they want, right? Like they have their clothes. I don't know if they consider. Sometimes you can tell it's like there's practice clothes. You know, sometimes it might probably just something that's comfortable. But what if you put on the wardrobe for the stage performance, and it's like, oh, this feels a little weird. You know, like these pants are a little tighter than I usually wear. I mean, you know, these are just like little things, right? That you should be training to the point where it doesn't really matter. But sometimes I think about that, like, well, what if it feels a little weird, like, you know, to move, like, you know what I mean? Like but that's just a random thing. Oh man, I hope they do a really awesome job. It seems like a fun song and a fun performance.
息吸って吐いて、エナジーくれ、せーの。
楽しんで。
너와 나의 입술이 점점 느껴지는 이 순간 속에 뜨거운 공기 온몸에 전율이 와 이제 너와 내가 손을 스토리 이제 너와 내가 손을 스토리 I don't know why 나도 모르게 또 빠져들어가 숨막히게 baby I don't know why 지금 이 순간 멈출 수 없는 기분 No 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 Let me feel so high 미치겠어 날 멈출 순 없어 You make me feel so high I'm so crazy 너가 나를 본 순간 막 끌려줘 날 당겨줘 Baby I'm feeling so energetic 오늘 밤 둘이 바로 가죠 Yeah I'm feeling so energetic 내 심장이 멈추는 그 순간까지 너를 지켜줄게 사라지지 않게 한순간의 작은 약속들은 아냐 이제 말해 내게 baby Can tell me how you feel 1, 2, 3, 4 옆에 단 놈들이 거슬려줘 왜 말 없이 말 지키는 killer 말 그대로 나를 죽여줘 Yeah 너를 분명하고 비슷해 걱정은 버릇이 뭐를 하든 간에 하나라는 사실 공감해 너를 꼬아 너와 나의 빛과 Let me feel so high 미치겠어 Let me feel so high 미치겠어 날 멈출 순 없어 You make me feel so high I'm so crazy 너가 나를 본 순간 막 끌려가 날 당겨줘 Baby I'm feeling so energetic 오늘 밤 둘이 안아줘 Yeah I'm feeling so energetic I'm feeling good I wanna touch 멈출 수 없는 이 기분은 마치 freedom I'm feeling good I wanna touch baby 어서 내게 와줘 tonight Oh yeah Alright Yeah 다가와서 즐길 시간을 Let's dance 아껴둔 너의 신발이 더러워지더라도 움직여 빨리 hurry up You make me feel so high 하지 말게 누가 아파라서 쿨하게 이제 시작해 너네 막 끌려도 날 당겨줘 Baby I'm feeling so energetic 너와 단 둘이 안아줘 Yeah I'm feeling so energetic
Ah. Man, so much fun. That the song is really good. Now I understand the reaction to when they, announced it or whatever, because they all knew, right? And that's incredibly difficult to do. That type of choreography and those high melodies, right? That hook, I'm feeling so energetic. I mean, to be able to control the dynamic jump at that point, right? And everybody sounded really good. Sean sounded really incredible. Some of those melodies are not easy, especially while you're dancing too. And Taiga, I think he was genuinely having fun out there. When it came to that rap line, he was like totally feeling it, right? Like he was in the zone. I thought that their timing and synchronization and the choreography was really good, man. That dance has such a wide range of dynamics in the choreography alone. Some of those movements are a little bit more subtle. They're done with like all joints or the sort of hand movement stuff. That stuff it's small, very concise movements, right? So if somebody's like, lazily doing it and everybody else is sharp, I mean, it's going to stand out like pretty strong. And then there's these other moments that are like just wild. Basically, you're bringing in like breakdancing and others. I mean, it's incredibly demanding. Tomoya is really impressive to be able to move that way and have enough air and stable pitch, right, throughout some of these lines. But that was an incredibly fun performance. What a song. Like, this is a group I'm going to have to check out. experience so many new songs and groups and things that I haven't heard before when I watch these series. But that one definitely stands out. It's like, oh, we gotta go back and find out who this group was, and because if this is like see, I don't even know what gen this group is, right? But that choreography was like, it seems sort of like the thing that comes before like a Stray Kids kind of, you know what I mean? The movements, some of those things were just wild, right? And Tomoya got a little bit inventive and very expressive with, see, when he built up to that high note, that was good. You could see like the strain in the neck, the veins, like he's belting it out. And that's really the right way to approach that dynamic peak in the vocal. Well, I thought that was really fun. It was awesome.
Mazu, メンバー3人とも自分の足りないところを補ったのが見えました。ダンスは振り付けの動きとその動きの奥に込めているフィーリングが合わさったものです。今日ともやくんは2つが全部良かったです。良かったです。
ありがとうございます。
スター性に頼らずに正確に動き一つ一つを知ったことが本当に良かったです。
ありがとうございます。
ショーン君はこんな K-POP ダンスのスピード正確さがいつも足りなかったです。でもそういうところがとても良くなりました。とても良くなりました。
ありがとうございます。
タイガー君もいつも体が重そうに見えることが良くなりました。
ありがとうございます。
でもこのパフォーマンスで何よりも大事ことは統一性でした。メンバーそれぞれの足りないところは良くなりましたけど、統一性が残念でした。残念でした。중간에 토모야 군이 애드립 할 때 둘이 락킹 동작을 하는데 둘이 너무 안 맞았어요. 너무 안 맞았어요. 그 장면이 이 무대의 단점을 다 좀 드러낸 가장 아쉬운 게 다 집약된 부분이었던 것 같아요. 워너원이 이 공연을 할 때 보면 그 멤버끼리의 통일성이 정말 놀랍거든요. 정말 속도, 각도, 회전하는 타이밍, 멈추는 타이밍 이런 것들이 놀라운데 그거에 비해서 물론 아직 데뷔 안 한 연습생 신분이지만 좀 아쉬웠어요. 예.
So what he's saying is that in that moment when Tomoya kind of, you know, broke away from the routine and did something that was a little bit different, that Sean and Taiga couldn't keep it as tight in the timing of the movements. I think that's what he was trying to explain there. Man, I think when they got to that point, it was a close-up shot of Tomoya. So I mean, I didn't really see that, but when they showed that other shot, it's like, oh, okay. I think that's what that Tomoya kind of helped to keep everything very much on point. And if he moves apart to do something separate, then what you see is that Sean and Taiga are a little bit detached at that point, right? At least that's what I'm thinking. That's my understanding of it anyway.
今は下手じゃないことを目標しないで上手になることを目標してください。はい。お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございました。
舞台にどうぞ。
はい。はい。
緊張感も伝わる。
勝ったチームの発表です。
Who's it gonna be?
その今回のチームミッションしっかりと勝ってチームメンバーにキューブをこうやってゲットさせたいし、
3人ともが絶対に気持ちが強い分勝ちたいって思ってます。
両チームともいいところと足りないところを見せましたけど、いいところがもっと大きかったチームを選びました。勝ちチームは
Ken's team probably because of their unity.
ヒアローズです。ヒアローズです。聞いてください。
At the beginning of this, you know, that was the point, was that it's not the same as the individual or solo stages. What has to be demonstrated is the ability to perform in a group. So the team that had the better grasp of that synchronization and unity, I mean, it makes sense. I understand it.
個人情報ないですか？いや3人で頑張って練習したのにって思いがあったんですけど、でもこうリーダーとしてやっぱチームワークが悪いのは本当にリーダーのせいだと思うので、やっぱちょっと難しいなって思いました。
아쉬운 점은 분명히 있었지만 두 멤버의 노래가 기대 이상이었고 또 춤을 별로 기대하지 않았는데 춤의 통일성이 의외로 놀라웠어요. 프린스 팀은 개개인의 성장은 보였으나 그게 팀의 성장으로 연결되지 못한 게 좀 아쉬웠어요. 次のラウンドはもっと素晴らしいステージを見せてください。
はい。
お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございました。
よかった。
よかった。
そうだよ、よかったね。ああ、よかった。 大丈夫大丈夫。
頑張った。
ごめん。俺もキャッシュ。大丈夫大丈夫。ごめん。
Rankings? So we get the rankings?
얘가 이 정도 같아. 여기 해도 되고 사실은. 사실 실력으로는 오늘 가 너무 잘했어. 개인 역량으로 보자면 오늘 약간 못한 것 같아. 너무 잘했어. 아 정말 잘하더라고. 네, 완전히 뭐 그냥 차원이 달랐어 나.
順位で見るともっと上に行きたいっていうのはもちろんあるんですけど、
やっぱ全員本気でやってるから本当にどこが1位でもおかしくないぐらい
will move up.
全部うまかったかなと思います。
The thing is, with these rankings, they're so close that if you want to be top 3, it's very, very difficult, right? Those middle ranks, right, from 4 to what about 10, 9 or 10 is it? Those are so close, you know, between even 4 and 9. It's not like there's a huge gap. Like it's incredibly close, and then it's very unfortunate to have one of the bottom rankings. It's really tricky because it's so close. Just like it takes something really impressive to break into the top 3, it doesn't take very much at all to end up like because everybody's so even, right? As soon as you have some visible, you know, thing, some problem, some deficiency, some shortcoming, it's like, but you can't really argue against it. That's the thing, because it's so close, so it makes it really difficult.
本当にもう絶対にキューブをもらえるんじゃないかなっていう信じていた部分もあるし、
第1ミッションみたいに第2ミッションも成果がしっかりと出てくれたら嬉しいです。
But it just means that everybody's doing really well and it's actually quite competent, right?
今日の個人の順位を発表します。1位はおめでとうございます。ハルくんです。ハルくんです。
They had probably the strongest group stage performance, and Haru got the highest sort of praise.
こう自分がこうやって1位になるっていう考えが全くなかったので感謝するんですけど、しっかり次の舞台でも今回の舞台よりもっといいステージ姿を見せれるようにまた頑張りたいなって思います。
今日のパフォーマンスは僕が必ずレインに見せます。
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
2位は僕に切ってください。Tomoya君。
おめでとうございます。
3位は僕に切ってください。ゆういくん。
All right.
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
3位よりももうちょっと低いかなと個人的には思ってたので、3位で呼ばれた時は本当にびっくりしました。
It's good that there's somebody from like a different groups, you know.
You can.
ありがとうございます。
Okay.
5位はケン君。
ありがとうございます。
6位はセイタ。
ありがとうございます。
7位は僕に来てくださいユキグ。僕に来てくださいユキグ。
ありがとうございます。
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
8位はエイジ。
ありがとうございます。
9位は初代。
ありがとうございます。
12位は避けたいなっていうのは本当に思うんですけれども、
この前みたいな結果にはしたくないっていう気持ちが一番強いです。
前回12位を取ってしまって、ちょっと今すごい不安と心配という部分になっているって感じです。
Jumble them up. Just don't get twice consecutively. If it's Miraku.
10位はミラク。
Okay, so he avoids it. So, okay, nobody's getting eliminated then. See, it's switching around.
11位はタイガー。12位はショーン。
Oh, wow. Wow.
今日
That
は
was the unity
正
thing.
直ダメだったと言える人はいませんでした。だから次のラウンドはもっと発展した姿を見せてください。
はい。
Wow, so check this out. Tomoya in second, and then Sean and Taiga in 11 and 12. And that's because of that one instance in the performance, right, that he was talking about before. Wow, that's so... But just like I said, right, anything that stands out for either a positive or a negative reason is going to be very, very significant, because that's how close it is. Man, that's wild. But elimination was avoided for this round, and I kind of expected that. Understanding all you have to do is shuffle up that last spot, right? As long as it doesn't land on the same person twice, then they won't face an elimination, right? Ah, man, it's really rough, because I thought Sean and Taiga did good. You know what I mean? Like, theoretically, it should be something that they're more than capable of doing to avoid being on that end of the rankings next time. It's like that shouldn't be a problem. Taiga, I'd like to see him at, maybe reach like 5 or 6, right? That would be really awesome. That'd be kind of perfect for him. Sean, dude, he can totally recover. It was simply that one moment in the stage in that performance when Tomoya kind of broke away to improvise a little bit, and the contrast between his sort of accuracy and time and everything, and then the synchronization between Sean and Taiga really became noticeable. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes, because everybody's doing so well. It's incredibly close.
本当に悔しくてたまんないんですけど、この結果をちゃんと受け止めて2人よりも頑張ろうと思います。
疑似プロジェクト2芸能体育大会を始めたいと思います。
Oh, they're gonna do a fun episode. Okay.
サプライズゲスト
会いすることができない方です。
Special guest judge. Okay. This is gonna be fun. I was waiting for this. You didn't get one in part 1 because of the, the rules around the conditions and all of that. There's too many. They're a little bit too restrictive in Japan, but in a different setting now, they're a little bit more able to coordinate this sort of group events and things like that. So that's gonna be fun, actually. So this is gonna space things out a little bit more too. That's interesting. But for the first round of like group stage performances, man, it was awesome, wasn't it? There were some incredible performances, man. Like everybody continues to improve. The rankings, it's kind of like so if you look at certain sports, like really the mixed martial arts stuff, there's this thing they say, you're only as good as your last fight, right? And what they mean by that is that that's the only thing that anybody really kind of remembers. Like, two guys have a fight, one guy's got to win, one guy's going to lose. Going forward, the next time those guys have a competition, that's all that anybody's going to remember. Oh, this guy won last time, okay. Or they're going to say, nah, this guy lost last time, I don't know. When it comes to these, right, these stage performances and these rankings and everything, that's kind of the way you have to look at it. It's like the next stage is a complete different opportunity, though. It's a whole new game after that. Like everything resets. And so I don't know. I'm still concerned for Taiga. I think that dude needs to move up. It was really, really unfortunate. There was just the timing in this one. And just that one moment that stood out during the performance. Like, in other words, I'm more concerned for Taiga than Sean because I know Sean can easily jump up. It's, he'll recover. I'm really not overly concerned for Sean's ranking, placement in the rankings. I'm still a little bit more concerned for Taiga. He needs something big. He the way Ken jumped up right at the beginning, Taiga needs something like that to happen. He needs to go from 11 all the way up to like 3, right? 3 or 4 or something. He's got to make this big jump. After that, I think he'll really start to feel that he's come into his own, and he'll be very, very self-aware at that point, and will easily be able to move forward with enough confidence. His confidence went up in this one. It definitely did. And but you notice the breakdown at the conclusion of the performance was everybody in the group improved on an individual level. Can't deny it. It was only about bridging that into the group performance, right? Making it seem like everybody's on sync and maybe everybody has improved to the same degree or the same level. But when they sat down to decide what it is that they're going to do and their approach to practicing for the stage, they kind of said it themselves, right? Tomoya said, I want everybody to improve, so we'll focus on the fundamentals, and that way we'll all, it's basically they produce the kind of results that they set their intentions on, right? But the next level or the next layer is like, yes, we'll all individually improve, but we'll also sync it up and we'll also keep it super tight, and everybody will be like, the timing is there, so that it wouldn't matter when Tomoya kind of does his own thing for a line or two, and then Sean and Taiga would still be very in sync and their timing would be on and everything. That's that next level, that next layer, right? So there's no, again, I want everybody to win. That's always the case with any of these shows, but I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? it's pretty straightforward. Like with this, everybody's so good and really reaching their limits. So there's nothing to contest. I mean, it speaks for itself. The results speak for themselves, right? It's just where they are. And like I said, that middle group, right? And if you're looking at it from 4 to 10, right? Those middle, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots, right? This is all so close. You know, it's really, it's like there's 1, 2, 3, then there's this 4, and then there's 5, 6. Like that's kind of the way it practically breaks down, right? Because you want to be up in the top 3, right? You want to stay out of the bottom 2, right? But in this middle, it's so close. It's so many of these, you know, individual contestants in this space did as good as each other, right? It was, right? That's the whole point. That's why they're in the middle of it. That's why the distribution is like this. But man, the next one will be fun. I think it's cool. I think it's great timing for taking that sort of break from the grind, right, of the stage and practice and practice and practice, and then, you know, it's a nice point at which to kind of like shake all that off, right? That's the point of that fun event that they're going to throw in there. Shake all it off, man. Don't, you know, sort of let go of hang-ups, you know, if you have any regrets or whatever, that feeling of disappointment, forget about it, right? Like just go have fun, put your mind somewhere else for a little while. Then you can come back and, you know, you're a little bit refreshed, you got some more energy, your spirits are up because you did something fun, you did something together. So that's perfect timing as far as that goes. And it'll be interesting to watch. I wonder who the guest, you know, they're going to bring somebody in as the guest MC / judge of the, you know, he'll announce like who the winner was or whatever. It'll be interesting to see who it is too. I wonder, will it be a 2nd gen idol or will it be a 3rd gen idol? Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't it be interesting, right? If somebody from Stray Kids popped in or something, like, oh, that'd be wild, right? But man, we'll find out. But this was good. This is a very, very high level, competitive and close round of group stages for the first little sort of round robin here. It's good, man. It's good. Everybody's like really, really good. It's avoiding the elimination, man. Like that's like it's a good thing though. The thing with this particular lineup here is that I believe they can do that throughout the whole thing. Like I really do. I think of this series, out of like all the ones that I've seen at this point, I could call it like they have the best chance of all 12 members actually making it to the very end. But JYP is going to pull that thing where he's like, I've decided they're going to be X amount of members, right? So it's not necessarily to say that all 12 will make it to debut in the group. But I think all 12 in this particular group have the potential for everybody to reach that finish line. And then, you know, from there it will be decided. But it's, man, it's going to be incredibly close all the way through.